Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your source for Second Amendment news. Got a pretty cool gadget to show you today. This is something that I wish my car had, but it didn't. I drive a 2014 Dodge Charger, and it doesn't have a backup camera. And if you're familiar with the Dodge Charger, the rear deck is really high, so it's tough to judge how close you are to something when you're backing into a spot. This is called Fensens. This is the world's first smart wireless parking sensor and hands-free mobile app. What this does, this will install in under 5 minutes on your car. You just screw it in over your rear plate, so it's like a rear plate frame, and this will communicate wirelessly to your cell phone, and it works for iOS and Android. And this will give you a visual and audio display about how close you are to an object that's behind you. You can see a quick depiction here. It seems pretty cool. They sent it to me to check out. And let's take a peek at the box. We'll open it up and then we'll go install it and see it in use. Okay, let's see what's inside. So right away we have a quick start guide. Shows you to scan this QR code and download the app. Mount the device with the security screws to help prevent theft. And mount the phone and hit the quick launch button to auto launch the app. And we'll show you the button here. I believe there is one in here. And we'll see how that works as well. But let me start by scanning this code. Okay, so it's going to the App Store. And there is the Fensens wireless sensor app. And we're going to get that. I got to use my face here. This is an iPhone 10. Okay, so there it is, downloading the app. And once it's downloaded, we'll open it. Okay, it says, would you like to get notifications? I am not a big notification fan. Well, it's kind of fuzzy on you. I'm not a huge fan, but let's see how it is. I can always turn it off. Access to your location only while using it. And create an account. I'll have to do this off the... Okay, created the... I logged in, created my account. This is what it comes up with. Apple Maps, Spotify Music. I don't know why it comes up with all this. We'll have to see. So I guess you can get to these services from the app homepage, which will, I guess, if you don't know how to touch your screen on your own. But parking, you need to configure your Fensens. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll have to install it first. But this is just a quick, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, it tells you thanks for purchasing. Walk you through setup, and obviously we're going to go down to the car to do that. But let's look at what's inside the box other than the quick start guide. On the back side of this, there is a full manual. You can see it's pretty decent. But who reads manuals really, right? After the fact we will. Okay. Underneath the foam. Alright, so we have, here is the license plate frame itself. There is the quick launch button. This is, looks like a, oh cool, a magnet mount for your phone. So if you don't have a magnet mount for your phone, it comes with one. You can place this metal square, either you can stick it to the back of your phone or put it underneath your case. It comes with a square and a circle. So I have something just like this that I bought from Walmart a few years ago. This was like 30 bucks, so it comes with one of these for you. That's a pretty good start. So right away you get a cell phone mount. It also has some batteries. It comes with 2 batteries here. The security Allen wrenches. It's actually star wrenches for the security screws, which are right here. And there's all different sizes of screws, and this is cool. Comes with the plastic backing that so many cars and license plates lose over the years. So you can replace your little nylon washers to lock those screws in. Good on them. Good idea. And here's the frame itself. It's got a, I mean, it is made of plastic. It does have a little bit of weight to it, but you can see here. We're going to remove the sticker and place the lower registration tabs here. Here are your your sensors. You got one here on my left, one on my right. And anti-theft system, that's just crazy, because no thief I've ever met has said I didn't steal something because there was a warning sticker on it. But anyway, good on them for putting it there. And it has their logo emblazoned up here. The back side, nothing outstanding. So one question I had was, what if I have a car or a truck or an SUV? There is something on page 11 of the manual. It shows you how to adjust the sensor position based on the height of your vehicle, and it says like your the different heights where if your plate is 1 foot off the deck, you know, you can bumper hitch, clearance distance only. If it's 4 feet above, it's not recommended. So you can figure out where the right spot for you is for as far as clearance. And again, like I said, this shows you, if I can get it to focus, it works about 10 feet away from the bumper. Specs, for those interested, it runs on Bluetooth 4.1, 10 meter distance, which I just said, 5 months-ish on battery time. Now there you go. Okay, so battery time, they're basing this off of 5 times per day. So if you park your vehicle or whatever more than 5 times a day, that'll adjust. So keep an eye on that. All right, let's go down in the car and put it in. All right, everybody, we're outside. We're going to install the Fensens license plate, the wireless smart backup sensor. I'm on the GoPro right now, and it's about 7,000% humidity outside, so we'll try to do this expeditiously. So here's the car. I'll set this up so we can you can see what I'm doing. I obviously have spared no expense in concealing the identity of my vehicle. Not that I don't trust everybody, but I use this vehicle for work. All right, so the first thing we need to do is remove the stock screws that fasten the license plate. Okay, once you remove your plate, we're going to remove the 2 security screws with the provided tool here and put in our batteries. All right, you just pop that off once you take the screws out, and you can see it has a spot for 2 batteries, which they did provide in the kit. Okay, once you put your batteries in, snap the case cover back on, and then lock it back down with the security screws. All right, once that's locked back down, simply take your plate. We're gonna put the provided screws through the Fensens, through the plate into the vehicle. And like I said, it did come with a multitude of different sizes, so you're gonna wanna make sure which size you pick so that it's not too deep for your vehicle. These do sit somewhat recessed. Let me see. Not really. Not very recessed, so you're going to want to make sure you get enough grab in the back. Okay, and these also secure with another security tool. So let's get that in there. Not to mar up my car. Now, some states here in the US, license plate brackets and frames are illegal. So make sure you know your laws for your municipality before you decide to do this. Then we're going to do the lower ones as well. Now the lower ones, you're going to need the longer set screws because it's a deeper interface here. It's about 1 inch deep. Now one thing you'll notice, when I pulled my plate off, I don't have the lower holes. So if you want to, you can drill into your bumper facade, or you can just make sure you use the provided nylon brackets to really lock that down tight, which is what I'm going to do. That's it for the installation. It's pretty easy. We'll go into the car now and set up the app and mount the button here for the quick launch and see how the whole thing works. All right, guys and gals, we're back inside the vehicle here. So I apologize for the audio. This is off of my GoPro, doing the best I can. This is a one-man show with a low-budget channel here. But anyway, so it says once we download the app, which we did in the studio, and put the batteries into the unit and mount it, it's automatically turned on and it will remain in a low power draw mode for the remainder. So that says the next step here is, you can see it says powered on. That's by putting the batteries in it, mobile app, and then mounting the device, which we did. So let's set up the mobile app now. So I'm going to open the app here, and it says, welcome, thanks for purchasing Fensens. I don't know if you can see that well, but it's pretty easy setup here. So we'll hit get started. It's going to tell you front or back. We put it on the back of the vehicle. Yep, we're going to install it just like it says, which we did. Clearance. Okay, measure the space from your Fensens to the edge of your car in inches. All right, so it's less than an inch from the edge of the Fensens to the end of my bumper, and I'm not going to put 1 inch. I'd rather go with 0 inches so that it will stop me sooner than later. So we'll just go with 0. Okay, then it says turn Fensens on. We're looking for your Fensens. It might take a couple seconds. There it is. So it has its own Bluetooth connectivity. So we'll just tap right into it. It's going to pair it. Okay, it comes up with a tip. It says, I acknowledge that Fensens is not a replacement for safe driving. I will not rely on it. Basically, you still got to turn your head and be a driver. Okay there. So here's your audio. Apparently something's close to that back driver's side. You can stop that because that'll annoy the hell out of you. It says something's close, so let's go see what it is. Oh, it's in and out. Let's go see what it is. So I think it's picking up my Guns and Gadgets magnet that I had on there. So let's pull it out of the driveway. I think it's also picking up my the edge of my garage. So let's pull it out and see what it's like out in the wild, I guess. Okay, so I backed it out of the garage. Now you can see it was the edge of my garage that it was picking up. So it does actually, it does actually pick up a good, good peripheral. So that's pretty good. So I am going to back up. My house is behind me. Let's see how it does. Hopefully I won't need a new house after this. Okay, so now I am backing up. If you can see out the back window there. That's my garage, one of the bays for my garage, and you can see how little I can actually see because of the high rear spoiler and the deck and all that stuff. All right, so I'm gonna back up toward the garage and see what it shows here. Hope you can see that good. It's kind of bright out. I'm gonna put my trust in this unit. If I hit my garage Fensens, I'm not gonna be happy. I'm still looking out the back of my window to what I think where I would normally stop, which would be right here. And knowing my vehicle as good as I do now, I would say that'd be a couple feet. So let's go take a peek. Bingo. About 2.5 feet, and that's what it's represented there. All right, so looking at the rest of the app, we'll hit the home screen. These are just different options that are like a quick access for you if you want to use Maps or Spotify, Pandora, or whatever your mechanic website, AAA, whatever. This is stock. You don't have to pay any mind. On the bottom, there's 3 tabs. Is Parking, Home, and Settings. Parking brings you right up into the screen we've been watching. And then on the top it says you have the home there, the battery level of the batteries inside the unit. Doesn't do anything if you tap that, just tells you the percentage. You have your audio or mute, because that would be very annoying through this whole video. Then again, it says always check your surroundings, but never solely rely on the sensor. The other option is test settings. Let's see. Notifications. It just, when I was walking to get back in the vehicle, it sent me a notification on my screen. It said you're in front of your Fensens. So I guess that could be good to see if somebody's behind your vehicle when you're not in it. But that's going to be annoying, so I'm going to be shutting that off. Vibration. I did this as a dry run during the filming here, and the vibration along with the audio, if you have it on, causes this thing to just vibrate crazily. And if I'm going to use the audio, there's no need for that. Clearance, if you want to adjust a front or back camera, if you want to add another one, you just tap on what you got there. The volume, you can turn that up or down. Also, you can use your volume buttons on your phone. So manage your devices. If you want to add a front plate, This is where you're going to add it. I'm going to gray that out because this is my personal information. This is your account you set up. Log in, log out, sensor plates if you want to add another plate. Tap button, which we're going to install now, and a setup guide if you don't actually want to read the book. And then you can delete your account and all your data under the settings here. Let's see, you can truck version, you can invert the backup sensor. Okay, and then there's some legal information, and you can check for updates. Let's see if we have any updates. No, it's also brings you right to the app screen. Okay, so that is the app in a nutshell. So let's do the tap button. Manage devices, tap button. See, it says here on the screen, it says no tap buttons. On the bottom it says add tap. So let's add a tap. Choose tap button, and it already picked it up automatically through its own Bluetooth. Okay, so the tap button comes in this little cradle that you're supposed to strap on your steering wheel like so. I will not use that at all because I don't like to have any obstructions on my wheel, but it does have a flat back, so you can use one of those 3M strips that are there, and you can secure this somewhere, wherever you want on your dash. So you can just tap that and go into the app automatically. Okay, so if I just have my car in reverse, usually I have my phone and my charger, which is on the other side of my steering wheel. But if I don't, for whatever reason, want to go look for the app and tap it, you're supposed to be able to just tap this button. So if I'm backing up, tap that button, it says you're parking, so you can just tap on that. It brings up the screen automatically. And you can see how that works there. So it does what it's supposed to do. Not sure how I'd mount this here in my charger. I like a clean look, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll put it somewhere here. I don't know. We'll see. Totally optional though. You can just, you know, when you get in your car, open the app or whatever and take it from there. So there you go. It's not very hard to install. It actually does what it's supposed to do. And if you have a vehicle with a high deck, I mean, I have a really high deck lid, and then I have a spoiler and some lights behind it. But it helps me see what I couldn't see prior to installing this. This is the first smart wireless parking sensor. Pretty good. I was looking at some, you know, backup cameras, and I didn't want to have to drill holes or put in any wires or anything like that, because I've done that on multiple vehicles I've owned in the past, and it's just a pain in the butt, and I didn't want to do it. And this one is completely wireless, which makes it, for me, worth the purchase price. Link is in the description if you want to get one of these for yourself. Thank you, Fensens, for sending this to the channel. It's going to get a workout. Until we see each other again, this is Jared from Guns and Gadgets. Be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon, and always look behind you when you're backing up. Take care, everybody.